Hello, everyone, and welcome. Yes, today in this last video of our program, again, we are going to summarize some important phrases, speech patterns, and of course, the subject matters that we have learned before, including all beginner elementary, intermediate, and advanced level. So, at the end of this video, we will have finished not just advanced level, but we will have finished all the levels of English. I hope, yes, this videos and of course the written documents of English as presentations, and they are in the description box. Yes, I advise you to take a look at those presentations as well as a written form. Okay, now in this video, again, we are going to revise, practice, and summarize. Used to, be used to, get used to, though, although, even though, and of course, active passive comparisons, etc., etc. Now, let's go on to our presentation and start it. Let me share it. Yes, it is nice. It is nice to see that this is the last presentation of our complete program. Okay, hello again and welcome. Yes, let's start with foods. As you see, there are fish, dates, and it's about food trends. Yes, dates and is it olive oil? Okay, cucumbers. Okay, traditional eating habits versus modern eating habits. So this is a good expression. It's a good topic, discussion topic, in fact, topic of a discussion, yes. Traditional eating habits and modern eating habits. Isn't it worth speaking our minds, yes, about those trends? In fact, we will do them in Harmony 4. As you know, there are 40, more than 40, in fact, discussion topics like this, yes, eating habits. Now, yes, in this final video, in this final presentation, we will, as I said, summarize, used to, though, although, even though, make somebody do something, such an adjective noun that it is such a fast car, that he is such a clever student, that, yes, owing to, again, these are really important, owing to, due to, or it's high time, it's about time, or it's time. It's time. They are really practical and we need them to give our messages in our minds. Okay, now dialogue 1. Let's remember used to that we did in the past as an habit continually, but we don't do today. Meral used to cook mushrooms in the past. Why doesn't she cook mushrooms anymore? She doesn't cook mushrooms anymore, or she cooks mushrooms no more. Yes, no, nowadays she doesn't cook mushrooms. Why? Because nowadays she loves cooking vegetables. Yeah, for example, okra. She likes cooking okras, broad beans, especially beans, chickpeas, green peas, including, of course, carrots. Yes, but in the past he used to cook mushrooms. Nowadays he doesn't cook mushrooms anymore. Okay. Stop howling. Stop howling. They shouldn't hear you. Howling. Yes, hear somebody doing something. Or hear somebody do something. They shouldn't hear you howl from the very beginning to the end. But they shouldn't hear you howling, just your howling, the action. They shouldn't hear you howling. Okay. So a part of it, even a part of it. So what does the gift say? I didn't start it. Quit it. Quit it. You are gonna start a hole. Quit it. You are gonna start a hole. Don't hole. Yes, don't start holing. Yeah. So hole, we understand that hole is both a noun and a verb. So wolves, hole. Now, used to again, as you know, tell something that happened regularly or all the time in the past, but does not happen now. Our grandparents used to hear a wolf, hear somebody something, do something, from the very beginning to the very end. Our grandparents used to hear a wolf howl at the full moon on a still night, on a still starry night. How can our grandchildren have the chance to hear a wolf howl? Of course, unfortunately, they will not have that kind of chance to hear a wolf howl. Maybe they just see that situation in pictures and in cartoons. Okay. Yeah, let's focus on be used to, not quickly, not in a hurry, but slowly and carefully. Yes, be used to, emiz are used to, or become used to. Yes, get used to. Okay. Be used to means be accustomed to, be familiar with. Eren cycles to work every day. He is used to cycling. Yes, he is used to cycling. Who is used to carpooling? His father Emre is used to carpooling. Yes, for the sake of clean environment, carpooling is also a good way, as you know. Now, get used to doing something. Okay, get used to be or become familiar with through experience. Yes, get used to. Yeah, it has a meaning from now on. Okay, you will get used to playing guitar. Okay, do not give up, for example. Please try to eat vegetable meals. I am sure you will get used to eating them. Okay, never give up. Okay, be or become familiar with through experience. Berat can get used to eating mushrooms. What can't he get used to eating? He says he can't get used to eating bananas. Okay. Yes, get used to doing, having, being something. Brady talks as though he knows a lot. Brady talks as if he knows a lot about our culture. How does Julia look? Julia looks as if she knows a lot about environmental problems, or Julia looks as if she is an environmentalist, or Julia talks as if she has a lot of experience on or about or connected with, related to environmental problems. Who looks as if he is upset? Neriman looks as if he is upset. Dialogue 6, you look as if you will buy that laptop. Maybe I will. These are really practical speech patterns. Okay, let me read it once more. You look as if you will buy that laptop. Maybe I will. Who behaves as if she bought a smartphone? Yasemin Yasemin behaves as if she bought a smartphone. Perhaps she did. Don't say as if. Okay. Now, 7. You look as though you have applied for the job. Who spends money as if he is richer than you? George spends money as if he is richer than me. Simple past, passive. Yes, let's have a look at again. Let's remember again the passive voice. One of the men, yes, one of the men didn't give. Okay, one of the men was given by someone else. One of the men was given a sword. What was the archer given? The archer was given a bow and two arrows. Yes, he was also given two arrows. Dialogue 9. A student needs to be eager, willing. A student needs to be enthusiastic. Yes, eager. A student needs to aspirate to learn something. Aspiration. A student needs to want to learn something. A student needs to be eager. Moreover, he or she has to be attentive. What else makes a good student? A student also needs to be hardworking. Okay, or being hardworking makes a good student, or that a student is hardworking also makes a good student. A good student. Okay. The fact that a student uh, studies a lot makes him or her a good student. Makes him or her a good student. Dialogue 10, Kenan needs to be courageous, or he needs to have courage. Be courageous, adjective. To have courage, noun. Needs to have courage to go rafting. What does Harun need to be or need to have to do? Painting. How, of course, first and foremost, Harun needs to have ability to do painting. 11, a majority of means over half of all is 2/4 of all, or 70% of all over half of all. Of course, 70% of all is over half of all. Okay, let's remember though, although, even though. For example, though Sertan had a talent for music, his parents wanted him to be a computer engineer. Okay, you can put, of course, although, even though, okay? Although Sertan had a talent for music, his parents wanted him to be a computer engineer. Even though Sertan had a talent for music, his parents wanted him to be a computer engineer. Or, this is also important, especially in speaking language, spoken English. Number two, Sertan had a talent for music. His parents wanted him to be a computer engineer, though. Okay. 3, although Sertan had a talent for music, his parents wanted him to be a computer engineer. Even though, this is much more stronger, even though Sertan had a talent for music, his parents wanted him to be a computer engineer. 12, Burak will remind somebody to do something. Burak will remind me to record the birds singing. What will Hassan remind you? Hassan will remind me to bring the camera, to do something. 13. Blooming plants made me forget the problems of our planet because they were so beautiful. Blooming plants, it was so beautiful, yeah. Blooming is singular. Blooming plants made me forget the problems of our planet because it was that situation, that state of them was perfect. What made you forget your headache? The singing of a bird made me forget my headache. Make somebody do something positive. 14, the cereal made me forget to telephone you. What made you forget to write the report? The movie, an exciting movie made me forget to write the report. Please compare to, enough, so, and such with each other. Okay. You are not too lazy to succeed your lessons. Okay. You are not too lazy to succeed your lessons. Two adjective, to do. Roman number 2. You are industrious enough, adjective, enough to do something. You are industrious, hardworking enough to succeed your lessons. Careful. Be aware of it. Be heedful about it. Know your value. Know your ability. Be conscious about your ability. You are industrious enough to succeed your lessons. Roman number 3. You are so industrious that. Okay, so adjective that, not to. You are so industrious that you can succeed your lessons. Roman number 4. You are such an industrious person that, again. So too lazy, too adjective, too adjective enough to, but so adjective that, such a noun, such an adjective noun that, not to. Okay. You are such an industrious person that you can succeed your lessons, you can succeed your goals. Okay, you can succeed your targets. The destroyed area was very polluted, so the engineers couldn't work there. The destroyed area was very polluted, so the engineers couldn't work there. So too polluted for the engineers to, okay. The destroyed area was too polluted for the engineers to work. So there is no need to use there here, okay. The destroyed area was too polluted for the engineers to work. B, clean enough. The destroyed area was not clean enough for the engineers to work. So polluted that. The destroyed area was so polluted that the engineers couldn't work there. Such a polluted area that. The destroyed area was such a polluted area that the engineers couldn't work there. Yes. What about, in fact, there is such a pattern like this, such a noun that, okay? The destroyed area was such an area that the engineers couldn't work there. But we don't know we don't know anything about the state, situation, or description of the area. So we need an adjective. So this is the best, of course. Yes, the destroyed area was such a polluted area that the engineers couldn't work there. It's clear. Dialogue 15. A wolf generally prefers hunting wild animals to hunting domestic ones. What about a fox? Yes, a fox sometimes prefers hunting domestic animals to wild ones. Yeah, this is also, as I said, very practical, owing to, due to, because of, thanks to. Yes, all of them are because of. For example, you can see few birds around the lake because of shortages of water and trees. Yeah, you can see few birds. In fact, we we must see a lot of birds around the lake. Okay, but you can see few birds around the lake because of, owing to, due to, or thanks to shortages of water and trees. Why can't we see any bird, goo, geese, yeah, any, why can't see any birds, any geese, yeah, goose, uh, is singular, as you know, geese, yes, geese is plural, rabbits and ducks around. Uh, we can see any wild geese, rabbits and ducks around the lake because their habitats have been destroyed. Now, 17, there are a lot of oak trees in that area thanks to Tema Vakfı. Why are there a lot of chinar and pine trees on that hill? There are a lot of chinar and pine trees on that hill due to due to due to the due to the students. Now, a grammar note. It's time, or it's about time. It's high time plus a sentence with verb to. Okay, used to say strongly that you think something should happen soon or should already have happened. For example, it's time we talked about global challenges. Yes, isn't it? Isn't it time? Isn't it time we talked about global challenges? Of course, we can say it's time to talk about. It's time to talk about global challenges. But this is a strong way expressing the same message. It's time we talked about global challenges now, today. Okay. It's time for us to talk about, yes, it's time for us to talk about global challenges, isn't it? Yes, you are right. It's really time talk about, for us to talk about global challenges. Okay. It's high time, yeah, it's high time we took mind pollution seriously. Besides noise pollution, air pollution, water pollution, and land pollution. Isn't it high time we supported environmental interest groups? Yes, of course, it is high time we supported. Okay, simple past. It is high time we supported environmental interest groups right now. It's high time we support right now. It's high time we protected animals by law because we need them. Moreover, they are friends of people. Why is it high time we protected plant species by law? Because plants also contribute, they also make up our nature, our planet. They make our planet beautiful and live, livable, livable, alive, livable. It's okay. It's time we observe the environment attentively. Yeah, it's time we observe the environment attentively. What else is time? Is it time we did now, today, nowadays, yes. It's time we observe the environment. It's time it's time we conserved. It's time we conserved the animals. It's time we conserve the animals as well. Okay. It's time. It's about time. It's high time, of course. All possible. Now, yes, this is the 735th dialogue. 21. It's high time we wrote. Okay. Why don't we write? Okay, it's high time. It's high time we wrote and published about global challenges. What else is it about time we did? It's also high time we wrote and published about animal conservation. Yes. Okay, quiz time. And let's do it again from the key. Question 1. His lack of education, Erhan has found the solution to the energy problem of the firm. So there is an opposition, okay? Despite his lack of education, Erhan has found the solution to the energy problem of the firm. Question 2. Jakub was feeling very tired. He didn't refuse to go fishing with his friends. Oh, so he went fishing with his friends. So even though Jakub was feeling very tired, he didn't refuse. He accepted. Okay, he didn't refuse to go fishing with his friends. Question 3: naturally, or it is natural that. It is natural that. Naturally, I will come to you for advice whenever I feel in need of somewhat. Naturally, I will come to you for advice. Yeah, some advice, yeah. Naturally, I will come to you for advice. Uncountable. Advice is uncountable. Whenever I feel in need of some of it. Some advice, yes. Although he is an engineer, he is as skillful as any carpenter at making kitchen furniture. Yeah, this is really beautiful. I really advise you to note down, for example, be good at, be skillful at something or doing something, be competent at do something, at doing something or just something, and be proficient at, be proficient at doing something. Be skillful at making kitchen furniture. 5, I can say that Billy has a good eye for clothes because he is quick to understand the quality of almost every shirt or t-shirt. Yes, to have a quick eye. I can say that Billy has a good eye. Sorry, not quick eye. Good eye. So, congratulations for your good eye, for example. You have a good eye. Yes, means you are quickly to understand, or you quickly understand the quality of something. So congratulations for your good eye. Okay. Now building vocabulary. Deliberate as a as a verb, deliberate. Yes, deliberate. Dictionary says that as a verb, it is pronounced as deliberate. But as an adjective, deliberate. Okay, deliberate on, about, or over something. As a verb, think about something very carefully. Deliberately. Adverb, consciously, on purpose, knowingly, after consideration. My uncle deliberated for days. Yeah, my uncle deliberated for days before starting that job. Are you sure that he was so deliberate? Yes, I am completely sure that he was so deliberate to start it. Now, hunting by reading, hunting knowledge. Hunting knowledge by reading. A truth hunter is a good reader. Yes, a truth hunter is a good reader. Of course, he is or she is. Take a stand with the truth. Oh, take a stand with the truth. If you know the truth, doesn't it require you to take a stand for it? Yes, of course. It requires me to take a stand for it. It wants me. Yeah, it wants me to take a stand for it. Okay. We know the truth. So the demonstrator says, we know the truth. The truth is that, the truth is that, all kind of sentences. Okay. When you know the truth will set you free. So truth has a power like this, has a power, has an ability, has an energy, has a characteristic like this. When you know the truth will set you free. Okay. Now read and lead. Read and lead. Lead whom? If you read, you can lead a decent life. Yeah. If you read, you can lead a decent life. Of course, the first step of leading a decent life is reading, of course, then thinking, contemplating, and then doing, performing. By performing, we can gain another to other knowledges as well, or another knowledge as well. Yeah. Okay. Look good. Look good for a good attitude to increase your knowledge. Sorry, not good. Look for, search for. Yeah. Look for a good attitude to increase your knowledge. Yeah. Look for a positive attitude. Look for a scientific attitude, look for an artistic, emotional attitude, look for an ethical attitude to increase your knowledge. Pursuing, pursuing or pursuing or attracting knowledge. So we should be in such a good situation that knowledge will come to us. Knowledge comes to us. Okay, if we are in a suitable situation. So, okay, pursuing or attracting knowledge. So we should attract knowledge. Knowledge is attracted. Okay. Vocabulary needs to be increased. Vocabulary needs to be increased. Yes, that's right. This is the first step. We have to improve our English at every opportunity by increasing our vocabulary. Yes, this is the first step. Meet the need means this application really meets your needs. Yeah, satisfy. Really satisfies your needs. Meet the need. Satisfy the need. Turn out that it turns out that you can produce thousands of sentences. It turns out that my father is healthy. It turns out that this is life. Yeah. It turns out that we can learn English. It turns out that you can speak English. It turns out that they they did a useful experiment. Yeah, it turns out that they did a useful experiment. It turns out that they have an excellent project about the environment. Okay, turn out. It turns out that it is understood in the end that. Okay. Yes, this is also very practical, and I heard it when I was a student uh, in high school. Okay, any move that looks ugly in basketball is a foul. Okay, any move that looks ugly. Okay, in fact, it can be a general rule about our community conducts or social activities. Okay. Keep an eye on. Yes, keep an eye on. It is good to keep an eye on the target. Of course, yes, it is good to focus on. It is good to keep an eye on the target to succeed. Okay, never take your eyes off the target. Yes, keep your eyes on the target and never take your eyes off with double F, off the target. Not to take the eye off. It is better not to take the eye off the target. Maybe eyes, but if we say I think it also signifies our conscience, our attention. Yeah, let me read it once more. It is better not to take the eye off the target, both physically and spiritually, psychologically. Okay, consistent, as you know, this is a really beautiful word because it's about justice, it's about harmony. Consistent also means coherent. A consistent schedule or schedule, both are true. A consistent schedule is essential for an online English class. Okay. Major as an adjective means considerable, huge, key, significant. For example, major point, key point, yeah, significant point, critical point, main point, considerable point. Joining the speaking club made Alper a tactful person. What major life event made Sertan a resilient person? Reading that book uh, made Serdar a resilient person. Or the fact that, or just that Serdar read or has read that book may, so not so they may, it's because there is made, we cannot use present perfect. That Serdar had read, okay? That Serdar had read that book made him a resilient person. Due to that book, because of that book, Serdar became a resilient person. From a hobby to a life-changing experience. Yes, I really advise you to repeat it 10 times, 20 times. A life-changing experience, a life-changing event, a life-changing point, a life-changing book, a life-changing knowledge. Yeah, a life-changing word, a life-changing uh, lesson. Okay. Now, resilience and patience. Resilience and patience. Yes, resilience and patience. The dictionary says of or about resilience this: the mental ability to recover quickly from depression, illness, or misfortune. There seems to be so, if it is so, there seems to be a close relation between resilience and patience. Yes, that's right. Being durable. Okay. Okay, all right. This is a very good point, exciting point. So I am excited. Okay, we have crossed the threshold. This is the threshold of the door, the bottom part. Okay, threshold, and it's a famous saying, phrase. Yes, we have crossed the threshold. We have finished harmony one, harmony two, and harmony three. Okay. Now we've studied, yes, we have finished studying. We've studied all harmonies, 1, 2, 3, yeah, not just 3. We have already studied harmony 5, which is about vocabulary, okay? From the from the second half of intermediate level, harmony 2, and throughout harmony 3, advanced level, we have studied vocabulary building, which makes up harmony 5. Harmony 5 is all about vocabulary. So we have finished it as well. So we have finished 4 books: Harmony 1, Harmony 2, and Harmony 3, and Harmony 5. So we have 2 more as Harmony 4 and Harmony 6. As for discussing a topic in English, feasibility comes first. So our videos will be about topic discussions, discussions that are in Harmony 4 and Harmony 6. Okay, but to do it more effectively, to do it better, or to do it best, to get the most benefit from those discussing topics or discussing presentations, discussing seances, okay, classes, discussing classes, we should give importance to feasibility of those discussions. How? Like this. I am not in favor of starting a debate, discussion, negotiation without making any preparations. Without making any preparations, and just by saying, let's discuss this issue. Let's discuss personal development. Let's discuss history. Let's discuss, but where is the preparation? Where is the plan and program? Okay? Because our goal, what is our goal? Our goal is all to be able to understand, to be able to think, to be able to compose, to be able to express, to be able to produce, and to be able to build messages in English, to be able to give them to the addressee, to the person in front of us. Okay. So we really need a preparation. A study on discussion should be in a composition plan. A productive negotiation or discussion should include, first of all, a few specific ideas about a specific predetermined topic, education, for example. Okay, or environmental problems, for example, environmental awareness. Okay, so there should already be a few ideas about it. In the course of discussion, during the discussion, the number or quantity and quality of these existing ideas should be increased. We should add other ideas to the existing ideas while discussing. This is really an important point. So, Harmony 4, let's call it a speech hub. Okay, or speaking club, conversation club. Okay. For example, there are, as I said, more than 40 topics such as communication, media, press, inspiration, literature, art, science, ethics, innovation, turning points, or life-changing experiences in life, personality types, and so on. Yes. Our speaking hub is here for speaking our minds, for expressing our ideas, for expressing our messages, and of course, for understanding the messages of the others. Okay. Of course, Harmony 6 is also a speech hub, but it is only about one topic. In Turkish, ene, in English, ego. Acquiring knowledge or acquiring self-knowledge, yeah. Acquiring knowledge of our own strengths and weaknesses. Yeah, focusing on our self, our ego, and being able to talk about it. Of course, it requires a preparation as well. As I said, there should already be a few ideas, and we should try to increase that kind of ideas, and we should try to beautify them. Okay. Now it's time to start Harmony 4, of course, because we have finished the first 3 harmonies, which were about English from the very beginning to the very end. So we have finished English studying. Now we have to try to improve our English by discussing some topics. Okay, it's time to start Harmony 4, which is about 40, or which is 40 presentations on 40 topics. And then go on to Harmony 6, which has 40 presentations on one topic, which is inner self or ego. After a summer break, after a summer break, I hope we shall start Harmony 4, and we can consider Harmony 4 and 6 as a speaking club, as a speaking hub, as a conversation hub, as a conversation center. Yes, we can each. So we can consider each of them as one of those expressions. So after our summer break, see you at our speaking hubs, Harmony 4, and of course, then after Harmony 4, Harmony 6. As I said, as you know, we have already finished Harmony 5. But I am also planning a 10-minute, okay, a 10-minute videos about Harmony 5, a 10 minutes for each presentation, although a presentation, of course, should take about 1 hour, maybe more than half an hour at least. But I will make vocabulary videos of 5 minute and 10 minute videos about vocabulary, just to take attraction, or just to take your attention to the most important of them. For example 5 of them, 4 of them, or 10 of them, okay, in 10 minutes. And then maybe we can go on to Harmony 6. Okay. Of course, I will give you information, or I will inform you about it in our group. Yes, English learning group. Now, okay, I think it's clear. Yeah, of course, I will plan it, and it will be neat. Okay, it will be clear and neat, and I will inform you about it. Okay, yes, these are our famous discussion topics, as I said: education, environment, personality development, identity, inspiration, accommodation, innovation, moderation, ecological issues, happiness, true love, perspectives, risk-taking, body, mind, and memory. First impression needs to be a lasting one. Television programs, press and media, yes. Tourism, business world, transportation, managing money, advertising, shopping, brainstorming, friendship, etc., etc. I hope we will succeed it as well. Okay, thank you very much, and I really wish you success, of course, in all good and useful things. So bye for now and see you next time.